Well, good morning. Today is March 8th, 2022. On my way into the day job, I had some after hours work for the day job and decided to do some after hours work for the secondary source of income, and overall it was a good day. Yesterday I had to unassign myself from one of the orders that I got, just simply because there was at least a dozen cars waiting to be served. And sometimes you just have to know when your time is more valuable and can be spent in other ways. So I figured the amount of time that I would have been waiting there with the other 12 cars, and I couldn't even get to the end of the line because they had blocked the road. I could have done 2 or 3 other jobs, so I opted to do that, and it paid off. So sometimes you have to know when to cut your losses and just say, no, this isn't worth it, and move on. Plus, they do 100 job cycle, and that ding on my record right now for unassigning myself will get pushed out, in a week, and with the number of jobs that I do. So it really doesn't affect me. And another thought is, gas is now a national average of $4.17 a gallon, and we're at day 13 of the Ukraine war, and prices are still going up, which means that gas now at an all-time high. People that are doing the secondary source of income, as well as possibly the primary source of income, are going to get really frustrated and not work. And as a result, it just opens up more opportunities. And because of my record, that means supposedly I'm supposed to get higher paying jobs. So if you really run this like a business, the thought of laying down $10 to make $40, I would do that every day. Yes, it means that your hourly wage may diminish and may be reduced, but ultimately, I know with over 30 years of experience doing this type of activity, it's worth it, and just going to keep my head down and keep moving on. So yesterday I worked on the once invested document. It's always difficult on a Monday after working 16 hours on Saturday and 16 hours on Sunday. It's difficult to overcome the exhaustion. Combine that with the depression of everything that's going on, and just wanting to curl up and into a ball and take a nap. I did take a small nap yesterday, and just before going out and doing the secondary work, the after hours work, I did take like a 30-minute nap. I did, in the once invested document, work on chapter 2, which is the start a business section, and noticed that some of the information there needed to get moved into the financial fortress section. I answered some of the questions. I noticed that in chapter 2, which is also going to be the same for all the rest of the chapters, a lot of reorganizing of all the different sections, just so that it makes some logical sense and kind of flows with a thought process. And so we'll continue that. We're making progress, not as fast as I'd like. The market right now doesn't know what it wants to do. It was down almost 800 points yesterday. I told Jim that I thought that the support area was 32,420 for another down day, then 3,200, and then 31,500. Those are the next 3 areas of support. I believe if we're doing a reverse head and shoulders pattern, that we're in the head pattern right now, which would mean that in the next couple of days it should drop down even further. Remember, right now we're in a downtrend, which is lower lows and lower highs. So there are still going to be some up days, but the idea is not to try and fight the trend. And right now the trend is down. So we're just monitoring it, learning from the experience, and they've changed the traffic pattern in our construction zone. So where it used to be beneficial to be in the left lane, it's now beneficial to be in the right lane. So migrating over to take care of that. Okay, that's completed, and don't have any yahoos on the road trying to still fight everything. So as you can see around me, I don't have to fight nighttime anymore. It's almost 7 o'clock in the morning, and the sun's coming up earlier and starting to stay out later, which is a good thing. That means that we'll be able to get more stuff done around the house in the evenings, and it means that you get to see my pretty face. So like I said, we're going to continue working on the Once Invested document, and we're starting to formulate our financial process, our financial goals, and lay down some targets as to what it is that we're trying to hit, and start thinking about when this becomes a reality, what is it that we're trying to achieve, and then what is it that we have to do in order to make that into a reality. The nice thing that makes this different than just starting out with a lump sum of cash and just saying it's going to either be a hit or a miss is that we've taken our budget and made it so that we'll be able to contribute on a weekly basis to the fund. And what that means is that even if we're losing money, I hate saying that word, even if we're losing money, we have an influx of new money coming in. So that just helps to compound the whole process, and hopefully ensure that this will all become a reality. So like I had mentioned yesterday, I think by the 12th, hopefully we'll have one of our credit cards totally paid off. I'm guessing that because of finance charges and whatnot, interest charges on that one credit card, even though we make a payment to pay it off, there may be a chance that there's one more day of one more period of say $40 payment in order to pay that off. But same concept as far as putting money into the brokerage account and applying it to investing. The same process goes to into paying off debt, and you just start to see the debt snowball start to happen. So it would be nice to pay that off and still know that we have that reserve in place in case we need to tap into using the credit card because of the war in Ukraine and the current economy, et cetera, et cetera. So all right, I'm going to end this right now, and hopefully you'll be able to gather some of that information and use it in your own life and apply it to not only your own life, but pass it down to your children and your family and friends and one another, and win instead of losing at life. Take on this game. It's a fun game to play. And it actually rewards you versus sitting in front of a mind-numbing TV playing some type of a video game. If you want to kill something, kill your debt. And if you want to kill something else, kill your negativity in life and all the pessimists that are out there as far as the thoughts that they have. Don't kill the actual individuals, because then you'll be in jail, and then none of this actually works. So, all right, I'm going to let you go. I love you, and hopefully these life lessons and these thoughts will resonate with you, and